So, hi, I'm here today to give you my review of the book 50 Shades of Grey. Now, if you haven't been living under a rock, I am sure you must have heard about this novel, 50 Shades of Grey, by British author E.L. James. Now, this book, I believe, in my opinion, the book has made it to the top of the bestsellers list and on anybody's lips, not necessarily because of literary genius, but basically because of the whole BDSM subplot or plot line, if you will. BDSM is, to me, or in my opinion, still somewhat taboo. People don't really go around and just have like a tag and like, I'm a dominant or I'm a masochist or, I get sexual gratification from inflicting pain on people or from receiving pain. I don't think people go around and do that. It's more like very anonymous even if it is done right. So it's like more of like a close knit community or people talk about it, not in the sphere of public life like that. Um so I believe that taboo anything that is taboo sometimes really draws in people, and that to me is the situation that has happened with 50 Shades of Grey. I must give you a little insight to myself. I am a reader of erotic literature. I do. I enjoy reading erotic literature, and a point to note is that the whole BDSM, subplot or genre is actually a subgenre of, erotic literature, or erotic novels. And I know some of you watching my review now might not be very familiar with the whole genre itself of erotic literature, and I would suggest that you go and check out my favorite site, www.literotica.com. That is www.literotica.com, and you go there, do a little tentative exploring, and you'll see that there are quite a few genres. You have interracial, you have mature, you have basic vanilla or those erotic couplings, and you have BDSM. You have a lot of genres, for the varying tastes of people. But as far as being a BDSM novel is concerned, I think this was like a light beer. Yeah, it's like light beer. It's just not everything. She just really shaved the ice, or she just this was the tip of the iceberg. It was nothing that sank the Titanic, baby. I'm telling you that much. So it was like, she really didn't get into the whole BSM lifestyle, and I guess had she got into it, it would have been a bit more taboo, and maybe it would have turned off, a lot of the readers being female, probably more conservative, just at home with the kids, kind of want to get their self, broaden their horizons or give themselves a different viewpoint, and anything too radical would have made them more uncomfortable more than draw them in. So I guess that's why she did a light bear novel, in my opinion. I'll call it a light bear. And I didn't think this was no literary genius, as I think I have said before. I don't think it was a matter of literary genius, but it was just good commercially, and the characters were okay. I think the male character is what really sold the story. So, as we were speaking about characters, let's get into the review. So, the novel is about Miss Anastasia Steele and Mr. Christian Grey, basically, and the relationship that develops between the two of them, or the want of a relationship that seemingly should develop or should ensue between the two of them. Miss Anastasia Steele is thrusted into meeting Mr. Christian Grey by way of her friend who got ill, was supposed to do an interview with him for the university school newspaper. So Anastasia Steele is between the ages of like about 21 and 24. I'm not quite sure definitively. I can't quite recall, or I'm not quite sure definitively of how old she is. And I know that Christian Grey, by the tone of the book, is 27, which I find very hard to believe based on how he is described for much of the book. I'd have more placed him at the age of around 35, maybe older than that, but 35 to be, a good ballpark age based on how the character is developed. But I'm guessing that the author wanted it to be more relatable to where she got inspiration from, which would have been Twilight, with, I mean, she can't call him 100-year-old or whatever, thousand, whatever odd-year-old vampire that Edward Cullen is. But you get what I'm saying. She tried to make the age range between the two characters a bit closer. I didn't like that. That was one of my first critiques of the book. Two, character development based on how Anna and Christian Grey interacts. Through their interaction and the subsequent interview that they have, um, he shows interest. She loves his Greek god-like features. He is like, ripped from the cover of any Man's Health magazine or GQ magazine. He is just that. He is dripping sex appeal. He's dripping good looks. He's oozing masculinity. He's just brooding his stare, his chiseled jawline, and his cheeks, and his smile, and his eyes, and everything is just like hot, hot Christian Grey. Seriously, I would really like to meet Christian Grey. She could rip him off the page. I'd love to meet him. But anyway, matter for a different discussion. And I didn't like about Anna. Anna was very naive. She meets him, she likes him, he likes her too, which I find very difficult to believe, given that he is this like billionaire, playboy, rich, successful businessman, and she's just like just a mousy, naive, naive college girl, about to graduate. I didn't really think that was very believable. That's one of my problems that I had with the novel. If you're gonna write erotic literature with characters that are supposed to be relatable, please, please make it believable. Yeah. So, you know, throughout the interaction, she tells him that she'd love him to be her first. She's a virgin, by the way. Yeah, the author really stretches it. Yeah, I know, right? And she's probably kissed twice or never been kissed. She has never really fallen for any guy. No guy has ever made her feel that way. Her insides are twirling, doing a ballet that any renowned like Juilliard ballerina would be envious of. Just find that very unbelievable. It's like stone faced. So yeah, she finds him interesting and he finds her interesting, and he tells her, listen, I don't really want to be your boyfriend. I just want you to be kind of sort of my sex slave, my submissive. Anything I want you to do, you will do it. And therein lies the whole tango of their relationship. She doesn't really want that from him. She wants more. She wants a real relationship. She wants roses and chocolates and flowers and doves in her belly. And he just wants to spank her. No, there's nothing wrong with a good spanking. But given the character that Anastasia is so naive, or she's so, she's thrusted into this lifestyle that she's not sure she's want to be a part of, but she's willing to try just because of him. I think Christian Grey's character was the best developed. I hated Anna's character. I thought that she just flatlined. She barely moved. She didn't grow throughout how much odd pages of the book. It was just like the same naive girl, even up until the end of the book. I didn't see much growth with the character. You guys are free to tell me what you think, but that's what I felt about it. I felt that his character was developed well in terms of you got to peel the layers that were what is Christian Grey, layers that comprised Christian Grey, and you didn't get that with Anna. I just thought. I wouldn't say frivolous. I would just say naive is what her character is, and she was kind of annoying. I did like the email back and forth context of the book. I did get a few jokes and the sex scenes were good, I must say. Not the best that I've read, but hey, I've read a few sex scenes, so maybe I'm kind of biased. But not the best that I've read, but for a light bear novel, yeah, it was good. I really enjoyed a few of them, to be quite honest with you. They were very intense, intimate, not the whole dominating, humiliating aspect that you would or that would be expected of a BDSM novel. Overall, I think the book was okay. It was a good read. It's a light bear read, so it's for those persons who are not very familiar with erotic literature or not very familiar with the whole BDSM lifestyle. I do not purport to be familiar with the whole BDSM lifestyle, but I would consider myself well read where erotic novels are concerned, and a bit familiar based on readings online or whatever of the whole BDSM lifestyle. So I really think that she just touched the surface and she made it palatable. There you go. Palatable for, I'm sure the throng of female readers, or for her gay readers who would be like, wow, I want a man like him. He was very alpha male, he was very dominant, and I think you really got the essence of that from the character and from the way that it was developed. I hope you enjoyed my review. I'm on to the second book now, which is 50 Shades Darker, and I'll be sure to give you a review soon. So, for those who like a light beer novel, you could buy 50 Shades of Grey. It's not bad. It's entertaining. that's what you want to call it. And for those of you who are more seasoned like myself, you may not find this to be your book, but they nothing beats a try. I hope you enjoyed my review. I'll see you again soon, and keep checking out my page. Bye.